Hello and welcome. My name is Shannon. If you're new here, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. We are in the midst, nearing the end, really, of such a powerful eclipse season. It is the 19th of September right now when I am recording this. And we have our final eclipse of this season and of this year on the 21st on Sunday. This is a really big eclipse astrologically. It is at the 29th degree of Virgo. It is a major karmic clearing ending, and it's a new moon. So there's new beginning offered within this eclipse as well. This energy is big. We have been in big energy since the end of August. We will be in big energy throughout the rest of September. After this eclipse, we are going to integrate. And this eclipse is with the equinox too. So we're literally changing seasons right after this eclipse happens, like a few hours later. And I felt called to make this quick connection to talk about this eclipse season, to talk about this upcoming eclipse, and to offer a quick practice for you in this eclipse. So this has been a really powerful eclipse cycle. It's Virgo Pisces eclipses that we are in. Pisces expands our spiritual understandings. Virgo brings us back to the body, back to the earth and the world, back to the grounded steps that we need to take to be of service in this world. Virgo loves to be of service. Pisces loves to connect into the higher understandings and octaves of everything. When we work with them together, we allow ourselves to learn how to be both of the earth, of the human, and of our soul, of the stars that make us up. That's what this eclipse cycle is teaching us in some way, shape, or form. Everyone's going to be learning it differently. I don't know exactly what your journey has looked like, but on some level, we are working with the Pisces Virgo of it all. We are working with the spiritual and the human. The Virgo is the priestess. So she helps bring the spiritual into form so that we can connect in with it in a loving, grounded, connected way, right? So Pisces is like all of that beautiful cosmic knowledge, and then it comes into Virgo and it grounds. So we are working with those archetypes. And this eclipse that is coming up in not even 2 days, timing wise, as of the time I'm actually recording this, we have less than 48 hours. This is a Virgo eclipse. It's a South Node eclipse. So there is an element of release there, but there's also an element of asking us, how are we stepping into our next level of service? Virgo is the priestess. She loves to be of service, not in a self-deprecating way, in a I've learned so much, I hold so much wisdom, I want to share it into the world. Being of service to those who are ready for the service I can offer, right? And accepting service from those who can teach me things I don't yet know. That's a beautiful aspect of Virgo. So as we have been being prepared for this eclipse, I mean, I don't know how you have felt this week, but I will say this week for myself and in the sessions I have gotten to sit in working with clients this week, there's this element, this energy of being prepared for this beautiful eclipse in Virgo to support us in stepping out of an old one reality and stepping into a new. And I don't say that lightly, right? I don't like to come on and talk about spiritual things in this like just quantum leap kind of way, like just ignore the realities of humanity and like being in a human body. Like, no, that's not how I teach. That's not how I believe. That's not how I work. This I say new reality because that is truly the energy of this. Like, we are being prepared for the next level of us, the next level of service in our souls, the next level of our work in the world. You know, everyone, again, it's a little different. However you've been experiencing it is perfect. Hopefully this might help you put a little bit of words to what you've been experiencing. A theme that has been coming through in my personal work, and again, also in my sessions, is this theme of this medicine of forgetting. This is the medicine of forgetting is something that came to me and my journey guides, my shamanic journey guides, this is the way I work. I'm trained in shamanic practices. My shamanic guides asked me to consider this. They like offered me this a few weeks ago, before, I think it was before the beginning of September, if I remember correctly. Like, try on this like medicine, this like try this flavor of forgetting. It's like, that's interesting. Forget. So what does that mean? What does it mean to forget? And that has been what this whole eclipse season has been about. And I am finding that there's some similarities in that, and how I've been noticing the energy showing up, not just for myself. And the medicine of forgetting is choosing to allow yourself to just sit with that frequency of like, maybe I don't have to remember all the things that happened to me. Maybe I don't have to hold all of these past things in my mind anymore, or in my body. Maybe I don't have to hold these things I wish I'd said anymore. Maybe they don't matter. Maybe I can forget it. Maybe I don't have to hold these experiences that I had in the past anymore, because again, maybe they don't matter. Maybe I can just forget it. And not from a place of, pulling the wool over your eyes, right? That's the expression, I think. And just, or putting your head in the sand and just forgetting it, and like bypassing, not in a bypassing way, like, I actually don't need to remember this anymore. We gather so much baggage as we walk through life, right? We have so many things that happen to us and for us and with us. We have so many experiences. We have so many joys and pains and celebrations and sorrows. And we generally carry those things with us. Think of your grandparent, for example. Think of yourself as a child looking at your grandparent. And from a child's eyes, you're not carrying very much yet. And everyone's child is a little different. So some children are carrying more than others, 100%. But if you think about, as a child, you can't conceive of the fact that your grandparent is however many years old, right? You cannot conceive of that amount of time, and you cannot conceive of the amount of memories and experiences and joys, pains, sorrows, celebrations that they have been through. Through a child's eyes, if you can remember what it was like to look at and conceive of your grandparents as a small child, if they said to you, 40 years ago, I did this thing, could you conceive of that? No, absolutely not. No way, right? You can't conceive of everything that they had been through, everything that they held. Hello, me. And if, think about the weight of holding all of those things. Think about if you held so many things for decades and decades and decades, and you didn't forget them to an extent, if you didn't let them go, you could reach however old and be like, oh my goodness, I've been carrying around decades of weight. My mind is still angry that I didn't say this thing to that person X amount of years ago. I don't even know that person anymore. The medicine of forgetting is about going, do you need to carry that with you? Do you need to carry these remembrances with you? Do you need to be able to look back at this thing that you experienced however many years from now and still be able to conceive of it, still be able to feel it, still be able to remember it like you were there, like it was yesterday? Do you really need that? Do you want that? Some joys, yeah, sure, I want to be able to feel that joy at the end of my life. But that pain, that anger, those words you wish you'd said, do you really want to feel the intensity of that at the end of your life? Do you want to carry that weight that whole time? Or do you want to maybe forget it? Let it come off you. Does it really matter anymore? I find the medicine of forgetting, I've shared this in a couple of spaces, a couple of client spaces, mentorship spaces. The medicine of forgetting works the best with the things that you've already processed, right? The things that you have sat with in your body somehow, in your mind, in your energy. Not the thing that you've been too scared to look at that's shadowy and dark and painful. Shadow and dark don't mean bad, they just mean they're hidden, or they're like shoved down, right? No, the things that you think of it, your mind thinks of it, you go back to it, your body goes back to it, and you're like, oh my God, how do I keep remembering this? I've sat with this. I brought this into ceremony. Whatever your practices are, I brought this into practice. This is where the medicine of forgetting comes in. Can you bring in the frequency of forgetting? Just be like, oh, what would happen if I ran this frequency through me? Try it if you want to. Close your eyes with me for a second. Space is protected. Asking this space to be protected for every single person who taps in. Grounded, loving. And just inviting only the purest, highest energy, drip, frequency of forgetting. Conscious, celebrated, loving forgetting into this field. Like it's a waterfall. Like imagine this waterfall of forgetting. What if it ran through you? What if it ran through your head and it came down your spine and it ran through your womb or your sacral and it ran down your legs and it ran out your feet? What would that feel like? What would it take with it? What would it take with it that you don't need to carry anymore? That it doesn't matter if you remember. Who cares? You're not that person anymore. You don't need to remember it. That fight you had with somebody, why do you need to remember it? Why not just let it forget? Like let yourself forget it. Let your body forget the codes of it, right? Let your body forget the codes of it. Let yourself stop being a frequency match to the old pains or sorrows. Right? This is not about forgetting the beautiful things that we want to remember again. This is like the heavy things, like baggage that you just, you connected in at your back or your neck or your shoulders or whatever, and you're carrying it. And you're like, I keep trying to take it off and I can't take it off. It's because you're still remembering it. What if you forget it? What if you invite it to be forgotten? How does that feel? I'll tell you that for me, inviting it to be forgotten, liberation. It's so freeing. So freeing. Because the truth is, I don't care to have these deep somatic remembrances, somatic or mental or both remembrances of a pain from 20 years ago. I don't want it. Or from 5 years ago, 5 minutes ago, even if it's complete in my system, it can be forgotten. Inviting completion, inviting release, and fighting sacred, conscious forgetting. Letting your body feel the release of holding so much stuff. Oh God, I keep shaking as I say this. So do that with me if you want. Shake it out, right? Wow, it's a way to It supports your nervous system, it supports your body, it supports your somatic self. Shake it out. Does that feel like? Play with that. Play with that. Just call in the loving, the highest loving frequency of forgetting. Conscious loving forgetting. You can do it yourself anytime you want to this weekend through this eclipse. See what it feels like to let things go. I think that's our final, like to me, that's the final place of completion in a cycle when we're like, oh yeah, I don't want to remember this so clearly anymore. I don't have to hold on to this like this anymore. Like to me, that's the final stage of completion in a cycle. Like, oh my goodness, I'm not carrying the weight of that with me. It's not a frequency match to my body anymore. Like those memories, those everything that I had to learn in order to move through that I no longer want to use or need to use. I don't have to hold that as a somatic experience in my body. And if none of that makes sense to you, if this is not what you need, that's totally fine. This is not going to be the medicine for everybody. But if this is landing, even if it doesn't make total sense, just play with it. The other aspect, the next aspect that's come to me in this eclipse portal is the element, the energy of purification, or being purified. Have you had things come up in this last week, 2 weeks, where you're like, oh my God, they talk about completion. I thought that was completed. Why is this coming back? It's coming back so you can purify it. It's coming back so you can run it through your system once more and run it out of your system. Purify it from your system. It's not being held in your system anymore. It's you're being purified. You're purifying yourself, releasing yourself of it, from it. The energy of being prepared for perhaps a new kind of initiation. There's Virgo energy there again too, right? Virgo, called the Virgin. What Virgin really means with Virgo is purification. It's not really about, like, we conflate it with like virginity, like sexually. It's not what it's really about. Virgo is about purifying. The priestess coming home, clearing out what doesn't need to be here anymore. What we don't need to be carrying, clearing it out of body, clearing out of womb. My hands are like wanting to come to my womb. Clear, 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 as I say this, right? Clearing it out. That's our core. It's the womb and a feminine body. So clearing, purifying. That's like, we start forgetting, and then that invites us purify. We don't need to carry so much stuff. Like, what does it feel like to be purified? Can invite in that highest loving frequency, highest conscious frequency of purification as well into this space. Inviting it to come in loving, protected, connected into that highest frequency of purification. You're welcome to tap into that as you're here with me. You can close your eyes and just invite it to connect with you. It won't connect with you if you don't invite it to. Conscious, you get full conscious choice there. Right? I'm never going to create something like this and call in any energy that you don't get to choose if you want to connect in with. So just like with forgetting, you get to choose. You get to choose if you want to tap into that, right? Same here with purification. If you want to, that pure energy is running in the field, you're welcome to tap in. What does it feel like to invite your body to purify? And not because anything is wrong, not because you are dirty or unclean or impure or anything like that, right? It's not because you're bad, or like, not purification because anything's wrong or bad. Just purification of like, oh my God, what does my body feel like if I invite in the frequency of purification to run through me, like waterfall through me again? And all these like impurities that are impurities of like just living, right? Like we walk through this world and we like take on all this energy, and it just like gets in our system. And impurity, like if you were talking about water and we had to filter our water to drink it, right? Those impurities are not bad, really. I guess, you know, you could talk about them that way, but they're not. They're just part of the what has been picked up by that water that we don't want to drink. And so it's like, oh, in the body right now, if we're playing with this frequency of purification, what has been picked up in your body that you don't want to continue having there? You're just like, oh yeah, we're complete with this. You're not, it's not nothing wrong or bad, you know, good or bad, right or wrong. It's just, oh, this doesn't need to stay. This is like, this can be filtered out. Right? See what that feels like? This can be filtered out. Good. Hmm. What impurities have you been carrying with you? Have gotten stuck in your field. And you're just like, yeah, actually, we're complete with this. I'm gonna filter it out like water. Just filter it out. What does that feel like? We're being prepared. We are being purified. We're being cleansed and cleared in this in between moment of the eclipses, so that when we get to that eclipse on Sunday, it's like bang, ending, something new unfolding. We're ready for it. We're a match for it. My invitation to you, take these two threads, forgetting, purification. See what they feel like. Play with them in your system. Play with them in your own meditation space or connection to spirit or your connection to your body. You know, however you connect, however you tap in, whatever your practices are, play with those two threads. See what it feels like if you play with those two threads. See what they reveal to you. Especially if you've been like, if you're like, oh my God, this eclipse season has brought some stuff up. And I really like, I don't want to walk forward with this anymore. Cool. Forgetting, purification. What can those two frequencies teach you? How can they help you end the cycle, end the energy of what you've been holding, clear it out, filter it out, so you don't have to walk forward with it. That's what this is about. If you want to step into your new reality, whatever that means, right? You've got to do so without carrying the past with you. We don't step into like, have you noticed how hard it is to step into something new when you're lugging tons of baggage from the past with you? It's like almost impossible to truly step into something new when you are just like way down with all the crap from the past. That's where we're forgetting. Conscious forgetting, conscious, done with it. Conscious purification. Don't have to hold this anymore. You don't have to bring that stuff with you. That's what this is about. We've got a little less than 2 days. And also, you're divinely right on time. That's not like a hurry up. I'm not telling you like you're wrong, you're late. That's the word I wanted. Late. You're not late. You're not late. But if this resonates, as soon as you hear this, if it's resonating, play with those two frequencies. This is a really powerful energy we're walking into this weekend. The more conscious you can be of working with it, the better. Like, be conscious of this. Don't just let it work passively in the background. Be actively conscious with this. Especially if you've been like, I'm ready for this new something to change. I know, at least in my circle, there's a lot of that feeling that I've been observing, we've been talking about. I feel it too. If that's you, be conscious with this. Use this. Be present with it. Don't just let it passively happen. Make a conscious connection, awareness to it. Make a consciously aware connection to it. That's a better way to put that. Put those words in a different order. Tap into the threads. Forgetting. What do I need to not hold on to? Purification. What can be filtered out of my body? Released. Think of your kidneys, right? They filter impurities out. Maybe you like meditate on your kidneys. Because I want you to do this embodied, right? My whole thing, be in your body when you do this. Your body is, if you're just working with your mind, you're not letting go of the baggage. Sorry, you're not. You need to be connected to your body. Your body is a huge part of this. So like, if you're like, oh, what is it? I don't know what I'm holding that like needs to be purified or forgotten. Okay, well, does your shoulders tight? Is your neck tight? Does your back hurt? How's your womb? How your feet? Someplace pinging you? Go there. What's held there? What is it remembering? That maybe it's like, please hear me, consciously help me forget this, purify this. This is a weight that the body is like, it's a psychic weight I don't want to hold anymore. Phew. That's our energy right now. Work with it. Use, again, if this resonates, use this, what I just shared, so that you can walk through this eclipse portal, however it shows up for you, whatever it brings up for you, consciously, open-hearted, in your body, so you can walk through it on Sunday. Show up for this one. Virgo is not an unconscious sign. Virgo is very, very present. Pisces is a little bit more, woo, like psyche, subconscious things, unseen. This is not a Pisces eclipse. That was the one 2 weeks ago. This one's a Virgo eclipse. Virgo's like, pay attention. Be present. Stand up straight. Walk through this with purpose. And so that's how I want you to approach this. That's what you're being asked to do. That's what we're all being asked to do. I hope that this is helpful. It's such a strong calling to come and make this. So for whoever sees this, thanks for seeing this. If you have questions, if you want to ask me anything, please do. Please comment. Let me know. But yeah, I hope that this is supportive in any which way. And anything else in this space? No, I'm just going to close the space I opened to share the energy frequencies with you. You can call in those frequencies yourself if you want to. Thank you. All right. There we are. I'll see you on the other side of this. See on the other side of this. I'm excited. I think that if we approach this consciously with intention, there's some beautiful gifts for us. Whatever, everyone's going to be different, but in whatever way that shows up for each person, I think there's some beautiful gifts in this eclipse season, especially this last eclipse, this one happening in 2 days. So wishing that for you, sending you blessings. And if you have questions, if you need support, if you're going, oh my God, this stuff is bringing up so much and I need support on some level, reach out. We've got sessions. I've got soul retrievals open. I've got mentorship. So if you need support, if this eclipse season has like brought stuff up and you're like, I'm ready to go deeper into this, and I actually am not ready to forget it yet. It's too, to forget it or purify it. Like this is showing me things that I am not quite ready to actually do that with yet because I need to process them more. Beautiful. I'm here for you if you need, or if you'd like. Okay. And so it is.